Okay, so welcome everybody and our new pet friends. Thank you for being here. So my guides just told me today, just now, that I'm going to be working right now with some beautiful rose quartz energy from this beautiful crystal right here. So if you have some rose quartz or quartz around and you would like to use it, here's your invitation. But this is the energy we seem to be working with today, which feels to me very much like divine love. Like, oh, look at that beautiful. Is that a rose quartz Merkaba? Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, and there too. Okay, good, 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 good. So this is the energy that we're working with today, my loves. And I've been asked so the last few sessions, we've been working on checking into your energetic frequency. So what we're going to do, oh, we've got Kristen coming in. So what we're going to do today, so Kristen is new. Oh, my mom having meeting passcord issues. Okay, hold on. Welcome, Kristen. If you can't, oh gosh, see, I got two people who again say that they're getting issues coming in. I'm telling you, a little bit of fuckery right now. That's what we do here, Kristen. It's all love and light as well as some fuck yous too. So I hope you don't mind that. And so I'll just introduce you because I know, Kristen, I don't know if you can even come on with your voice and just say hello to everybody. I'm just going to, and if you can't, I will tell everybody on your behalf that you say hello. I'm just going to send the link off again to those that are having issues with it. So just give me a minute. Sorry, guys. I don't know what it is this week with these links. Okay. Okay. Sent it again. Okay. And if they can't get in, I guess they're not meant to be here, and that's okay. Hi, Nance. Nice to see you. Okay, I'm going to start this again since a couple new and new of you. Oh, here we go. Oh, was that you, Beth? Are you entering on another? Okay. So we've been doing in the last 2 sessions or 3 sessions, we've been tuning into each of your energetic frequencies. So we're not going to quite dive that deep into each of you today, but I am going to save room at the end of this hour together to answer any specific questions that you have. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to think about that now and throughout. So each of you will get time. If you don't have a question and you don't want to ask a question, you don't have to. But this question can be anything to do with something that you need to know about. It may have to do with healing. It may have to do with chronic pain. It may have to do with a relationship. I'm being guided to just let you know that you can ask sort of any question of the sort. Okay. Whatever it is that you need clarification and guidance of today. Some of you then might get me tuning into your energetic field, depending upon where we go. So once again, we're working today. The guides told me to work with this rose quartz energy today. So we are going to be bringing in and working and using the energy of rose quartz, which is unconditional love today. So I have a sneaking suspicion that some of us that are here or on the replay could really use a little bit of an energetic clearing from the perspective of raising your frequency. And that's what I'm getting as the download right now. So we often spend a lot of time thinking about and doing work to clear dark or low vibration energy. I'm going to guide us through right now a little exercise, a little guided meditation at the beginning of this session. So the way that these evolves work is we are going to do a little bit of a meditation, and the intention is to bring up your frequency. In doing that, you are going to clear or dissolve any and all other lower vibration of frequencies that are not serving you. So please don't worry if you haven't kind of done your clearing yet today, or if you're new to this, that this exercise that I'm about to take you through right now is going to work to increase your vibration. And that will automatically remove sort of any lower vibration emotions that you may be experiencing. And you can set the intention now. And so I welcome you to do so, to set the intention now to just release anything as we go through this little guided meditation. And then when we are, yeah, two people not being able to get in. Isn't that interesting? Okay, well, not going to worry about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to work through this guided meditation. We're using the frequency of unconditional love today. So keep that in mind. I'm going to be working with this crystal. And then I'll be tuning into each of you to answer a question or help you with something specific. Your guides or your higher self may come in and guide me to something different that you even think, but I will let you know. So make the intention now, though, to be shown what it is that you need help with. Okay. All right. So I'm going to get you, if you can either keep your video on or turn it off. It's totally up to you. But make sure you have some water with you. Any crystals are helpful, but not necessary. I'm sending this energy through to you as we work on this now today, okay? So again, setting the intentions in working through this guided meditation to raise your frequency. So this includes, without having to clear any low vibration and energy, by automatically raising our frequency and working with the vibration of this rose quartz and pure unconditional love, we automatically clear ourselves. Okay. So if you just take a moment or two, I'm going to be silent for a moment, and I'm going to ask you just to start to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth with me. Good. Just get yourself comfortable. Begin to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Wherever you are, just bring yourself into this now moment, right here, right now, where everything is perfect. Right here in this time, in this moment. Some of you are surrounded by animals. Just feel them near you. You can feel their energy. If you're not in a place right now where you would have thought everything was perfect, I'm going to invite you now to bring the versions of you who are worrying about the past or in the future or worried about others. And with your breath and your intention, bringing them all here into this now moment. Breathing deeply in through the nose, out through the mouth. I'm going to ask you now to bring your attention to your heart. And using that breath and intention, keep breathing through this guided meditation. I'm going to bring in a violet flame of light that very much looks pink today, with a little bit of gold in it. And I'm going to ask you now to spiral that beautiful energy into your heart. Using that breath, breathe deeply in the light and release out through your mouth anything that is not love, surrender, joy. And once again, this spiral counterclockwise violet flame that looks very pink and very gold is going to move now up into your chest, into your throat, and then down through your heart into your solar plexus. And it's going to come all the way back up. And find the vibration going up and down using your breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathing in the light and releasing out not the light. Whatever that looks like to you, whether it's just tension or stress or overwhelm. Once again, starting in the heart, moving up with the flame. Breathe in and down through your heart again into the solar plexus. Release. Now take a moment now and tune into your body. Feel her. Notice where there's tension. Maybe it's your throat. Maybe it's the back body. Maybe it's your neck. Maybe it's your forehead. Just tune into that place, and now with your breath and intention, bring that beautiful flame that looks like rose and gold now. Bring it in almost as if it's a vacuum, breathing in the light and releasing out what you no longer need. Focusing in now into your throat chakra. We're going to clear anything from that throat chakra that is coming up. Remembering that your throat chakra is your voice, speaking your truth, feeling heard. And now with your breath and intention, once again, bringing in that pink, beautiful, unconditional, loving light energy, that flame of light. Clear out and remove any dust or debris impacting your throat. Feeling it just dissolve as you breathe in. And releasing anything you no longer need as you breathe out. Good. Taking one last moment before we continue on in our journey to feel within your body what may still need a little bit of extra attention. Where do you feel pain or tightness? Where do you perhaps feel an emotion like an anxiety or an overwhelm? Where do you feel stiff or tight still in your body? Bringing this beautiful pink rose quartz loving light energy to that place. Imagine placing almost like a white light rose quartz salve over the place on your body that needs it most. This could be your heart. This could be an injury or a pain in your body. This could be on your forehead or the back of your neck. And as you are doing that, just breathe and tune into how you are shifting or alchemizing that tension in your body. Using this frequency of pink and white and gold Notice how you are shifting the energy or the pain or the tightness or the stiffness in this place in your body. Breathe, sending your love and intention to this place, asking for healing and support. And notice the impact it is having right here in this now moment as you focus your attention on this place. Use your breath in through the nose, out through the mouth to release any other stuck energy, thoughts, emotions, pain, tension. And with one big breath in, release all of this down through your body, into your feet, into the ground. Good. Feeling yourself grounding into the earth. I'm going to now ask to have you travel with me all the way up through your body, moving chakra by chakra. As you go, opening or asking and intending that your chakras be open and expanded as you move up, one chakra at a time, moving up your body, your sacral, your navel, your heart, your throat, your third eye, your crown, and take a deep breath in and travel with me all the way up above the clouds is where we're going today. All the way up. Take yourself above the clouds. It's a blue sky. It's a beautiful day. The clouds are all around you. Now take a moment here to tune into this beautiful, calm, peaceful, loving light energy we've just connected into. You feel so safe and happy and joyful. Some of you may start to visualize lights, perhaps little cherubs or fairies. Perhaps the clouds begin to start making shapes, dancing around you. Watch the clouds as they start to show you who they are. Maybe they are flying dolphins or unicorns or dragons. Maybe you're getting a light show of sparkling golden light. Ask now to be connected to your higher teams of light and ask them to show you that they're here. They'll show you. They will create shapes in the clouds like hearts. Feel yourself floating on this cloud, almost as if you are bouncing and playing, just like something you would have imagined as a child. Just pure light, love, joy, surrender. Perhaps you are visualizing what they are trying to show you, or perhaps you're feeling it. Perhaps you're feeling this injection of beautiful, loving light energy that is being integrated into your higher self, your bodies, your fields. And they are inviting you to come back here whenever you need to. Feel yourself literally raising in frequency, letting go of any and all of the earthly worries, things that you need to do, pressures that you have, and just surrender. And just like when you were a child, there's nothing you have to do. You're just here to be. And to be in this beautiful, loving light. And your angels and guides are here to show you this. And now they are optimizing your bodies and fields with the highest frequencies that you can handle, opening your chakras and optimizing your bodies and fields as you play in the clouds. There are so many different beautiful energies here helping us. Some of you might be seeing or feeling that loved ones are here with you. Some of you are actually here with animal guides. Some of them are ones that have passed and left your life, and they are here now, right now, with you. And they may be appearing to you as they were in their form, or they may be appearing to you in other forms, maybe as a cloud, looking like a shape. Just know that that is them. And they are here. And they are with you. And they are here to assist with anything that you need. And finally, before we leave, take a moment now and ask for a specific message from one of these beautiful beings of light that is here to help you today. Ask for a message. And finding your breath as we still float here in this beautiful place with these beautiful frequencies of light and healing and joy, untethered from all of the earthly worries. I want you to remember how you feel. I want you to tune in into your body from this place where you are floating. And I want you to feel the impact that this floating and this receiving of love and light and joy and surrender, I want you to feel how that's impacting your physical body right now. Find your breath again. So while you are floating, you can still tune into your physical body and feel the difference. And we together give thanks for these beautiful beings of light that are supporting us. And we ask for continued support, not only in just clearing and surviving, but thriving and being in full capacities of light and love, for being in joy. And now we're going to express our gratitude for those of beings of light that have shown us this today. And the fact that we have access to this anytime we need it. And with love and gratitude, please show them your thanks. Tell them what you think they need to hear. your angels and guides, your loved ones, your past animal loved ones. Tell them what they need to hear or want to hear. Express your gratitude for them coming to you today. And please remember now to come back here, because you can come back anytime you wish. And feel your body, your emotional body, and your physical body. Feel how it feels to be here in this place. Good. And we're going to bring some of that with us now. And bring that joy and surrender down now through your higher chakras, down back through your crown chakra, and back into your physical body. Bringing this beautiful energy, having and allowing it to flow down through your body all the way to your feet. Beautiful. Now anchor in some of this beautiful light into your feet, into the earth, sending that light down into the earth and lighting it up. Breathe and ground yourself back into this physical space around you. Bringing yourself all the way back up into your heart. Grounding all of this beautiful light and healing energy into this loving body of yours, this loving earth that you live on. We thank Mother, Father, God, Source, and we thank all the beings of light that showed us the way today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we ask for all of this beautiful light energy to be permanent and sustainable for us. And we ask this to be received, as always, with ease and grace, and with so much love and gratitude. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you. Very slowly, ground yourself back into the room, wiggling those toes, making sure you're bringing some of those frequencies back into the room with you. Sounds like some of you are listening to some music over there. That's beautiful that you brought that back, Natalie. Saw you start rocking out. What song did you hear?
James Brown, I Feel Good.
Oh, amazing. That's very good. That they do speak in signs, don't they? So they gave you a song. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you can come back, grab some water too. Just make sure you come back into the room. I don't want to leave you up floating. That would be very irresponsible of me to leave you floating in the clouds. So even though, once again, I just want to let you know that even though we didn't officially clear you, you were very much cleared of any lower vibration energies. It almost as if they fell off of you as you started to increase your vibration. And they were showing it to me while I was, they were showing me where you were, but they were showing me these cords falling off of you as you were floating up. Cords just like this, and pink. I don't know if any of you saw, but the pink was like very vibrant pink and gold. And what I saw up there was like these huge beautiful clouds, and I was seeing all these different shapes in the clouds. I saw the flying dolphins. I saw dragons. I was seeing all these cool things. So and then these like animal souls started floating in, and I'm like, okay, so these must be some of the past animals that are coming in to talk to these people. So yeah, it was pretty cool. So thank you for sharing your space up there with me. That was pretty awesome. Okay, so this is the rest of the session is for you. So you are welcome to share what you experienced, and or any questions you have if you want validation on any of the messages you received. And if there's anything still sort of niggling at you that you feel like you need to ask me about clearing, this is an open floor. Okay. So you each have, we have enough time for every one of you to go today. And Kristen, if you want to pose any questions you have in a written, in the chat, I'm happy to answer those questions for you too. Okay. Who would like to go first? You all get a chance, so someone might as well go first. Natalie, go ahead.
Okay, this was lovely. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I felt like Moro's mother came to me to say thank you.
She did.
Okay.
And she's telling me too the white butterfly.
That's her?
Yeah, and I saw her twice today in the garden. So that's her.
That's who I always thought was the white butterfly. Okay,
Yes.
thank you for validating that. My question is, how do I clear this? I have trouble. If I'm alone in a hotel room, I'm scared. If I'm the last one to go, well, here's not too bad, but let's say Maura wouldn't be home and I'm alone in the house. I'm uneasy about falling asleep, and it's never about external coming in. It's within internal. And I've had this for a long time, and now like I'm freaking tired of it. I want to shake it off. But it's like I'm not sure how I go about clearing that.
Okay.
I think I know the origin point of it.
Oh, yes. Yes, you are correct.
Okay.
It's not the only origin point, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, there are others. It's also related to past life trauma.
Okay.
Okay. I heard the word orphaned. Orphaned. I think your parents left you, or your father, I think, in a past life. This is the first time. I mean, I've done a lot of work with you, and it's the first time it's coming in. But I'm hearing loud and clear that you were orphaned, so you were left. And you're alone in a house, and he's gone.
Oh, wow.
And that's not this lifetime.
No.
So, so first, well, we can right now just go back for her. She's about 12 years old, and she's alone in this house, and her father has left her. Okay. So someone's coming for her. I think her an aunt or something is coming for her. So so you need to just go back there and tell her that she's safe and her aunt is coming. So this is also what you can do when you're getting that fearful, like, yep, that feeling.
And I also felt like I'd have apparitions or dark apparitions.
Right. So you're very clairvoyant, right? So I think even as a young person in this lifetime, I think you saw things. That's another reason. Okay. Or felt things. If you didn't see, you might have felt. Okay. So, but I feel like we don't have to go back for her. I feel like she's already here, this version of you. She just needs you to acknowledge her.
Okay.
Okay. So she was also very clairvoyant, clairsentient. Okay. And her aunt came, like someone came to get her. She's telling me this right now, but there's still a piece of your soul fractal that still is afraid for all of these reasons, but also in this lifetime, yeah, you were afraid because you felt things as a child. So
like I know there was one house that whenever I'd get up during the night, I always thought I'd see a specific grandfather sitting there, and I didn't see him.
Yeah, but you felt
I was
him.
always scared. Yeah.
Yeah, because you felt them. So some the clairs are very specific. Some are clairsight, right? Have clear sight. But for those of us who are sentients, which I am too, it's not the seeing, but it doesn't mean you don't know they're there.
Okay.
Okay. So that would still scare you and confuse you because you would sense someone's there and you weren't wrong, but you actually didn't see, but you felt them.
Yeah. Like I was in it's kind of an old B&B a year ago, and I just felt.
Yes, because you're sensing spirit.
Okay.
Okay. So, and now what you know is that so for anyone who is experiencing this, either live here or on the replay, so once you start to understand how to work with spirit, what you say then is, I know you're here. Okay. So it's not like you're in any sort of they're not all dark entities, okay? But you still have to have energetic boundaries.
Mhm.
So if you're sensing there is an energy there or a spirit there, it is pretty likely that there is one there. So what you need to do is you need to say, I feel you, okay? I know
Yeah,
you're here, okay? Or I
yeah.
see you. And then just like as if I always say this, like, would you let a stranger walk into your hotel room? Just because
Mhm,
it's in spirit, you don't let the spirit walk into
mhm,
your or into your
mhm,
bedroom or whatever that may
mhm.
be. And actually, funny story, true story. I remember as a child, and I didn't know I had these gifts back then, but I remember very clearly being in the bathroom, and I would have been like, because I was in London at the time, so I would have been about 10 years old. And I remember being in the bathroom and I remember saying, okay, get out of the bathroom. Like,
Huh,
I need to be
okay.
alone in here. I do not want you here. And I was 10 years old and I didn't realize, and I didn't see, I know I didn't, I felt, but I remember very clearly saying, get out of the bathroom. Like, I don't want you here. This is private. Okay. So
Okay.
honestly, that's what we have to kind of remember. When if you're here, you're clairvoyant or clairsentient, you have clair abilities. So that means you're connected to realities that are not, obvious. So
Okay.
it means you need to have clear boundaries. So
Yeah.
when you
Okay.
feel it and you sense it,
Yeah.
you need to say, okay, I feel you. I see, if there's something I can help you with, maybe we can do this tomorrow morning over coffee. But right
Okay.
now, you gotta go.
Okay.
And you can
Yeah. Come
almost,
in the daylight. Come on. Come in the day.
right? And do something like send me a butterfly or something to show me you're here. Like, don't lurk while I'm in a hotel room by myself. Like,
Yeah.
not cool. And so
Yeah.
just keep in mind too that a lot of souls right now, part of our work in the world, you guys, is to free trapped souls. Okay. And there are trapped souls and they're not all bad. And most
Mhm,
of them aren't bad. Most of them are just looking for our help. And if you are empathic, you are the light, they see that you see them or feel them or know they're there, right? So they're most often just coming to you for help, but it doesn't feel like that. When you're like a 5, 6 year old and you don't know what the heck's going on. And if you told your
mhm,
parents that you saw or felt something, they would say you were crazy. Um, but like in a hotel specifically, you're probably going to be dealing with, lots of beings that may be trapped, right?
mhm,
Yeah, and yes, Beth, it's not that in the hotel by yourself they feel they can get your attention over every. Yeah, they are looking to get your attention, and probably that is also why they come to us in the nighttime. So another thing you can do, here's another tactic for anybody that has these, put yourself in a little bubble of light and put a little close sign up on the outside. No joke, it works. Another tool I've used and I've shared with a lot of people is creating a little lounge, an energetic lounge. And then whenever that comes, you actually have to go into meditation and create your lounge. So maybe it's an outdoor lounge with like outdoor chairs and gardens or, whatever it may be. And then once that's created, then you can just send them all to the lounge. Send them to the lounge. Someone will be with you there shortly.
Okay, so obviously it's nothing that I have to clear. It's something I have more to acknowledge and
Yes.
be bold about. Because I
Yes.
still remember this historic hotel in Arizona, and it was beautiful, but I was so creeped out
Yeah.
there.
So yeah, yeah. And so I'm sure everybody's had this experience be on this
Have
call.
a
Yeah.
ghost rattle your chip bag and you'll get over anything else that happens.
No, okay, no chip bag in the
No
hotel room.
chip bag rattlings. No, 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 no. So
We
when
had that
that
happen in Kingston.
yeah, when that happens, you want to be like, no, this is not okay. Okay.
No.
So you
Okay.
got to almost think about it as if what would you do if like another human being walked into your hotel room and started rattling chips? Like, no, thank you. Like,
Okay.
get out. Okay.
So I'm the
All right.
boss.
It's like, yeah, you're the boss, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Okay, who's next?
Go next.
Go ahead, Nance.
So we found a piece of property this week on the ocean, not too far from here. And we've been looking sort of for a piece of property. So we went, we walked, I took it all in. We were there at low tide. It was like, I was just taking in the energy of the whole place.
Mm-hmm.
And I got out my pendulum and I said, is this it? Is this what I've been looking for? Are we supposed to have this piece of property? And I got a yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I went home, I called my realtor friend. She put in an offer, or was supposed to put in an offer. So I was doing all the things to just kind of get a sense of whether this was right.
Mm-hmm.
And her day was so full of chaos and mess that she did not get the offer in. And they got an offer from, accepted an offer from somebody else.
Oh.
So I'm left going, okay. Like, checking out all the things. And so I'm trying not to be attached, but at the
Yes,
same
good,
time, I'm
good
like,
lesson.
but
Yes.
I'm like, but I got a clear yes.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm sitting there going, okay.
Look at, you got Natalie over there checking in too. I can I can see you taking the pendulum off. We got others figuring this out. Okay, keep going.
My
So
instinct, I know.
Okay.
what's that?
Okay,
What
let's,
did you-
yeah. She says, I think I know, but let's keep
Okay.
going. Okay.
So I didn't go down the rabbit hole of there, I can't trust my pendulum. I didn't go
Very
there.
good, very good. Very happy, very proud of you. Good job.
And where I went was, okay, I need to clear her. Her life is a mess right now, and I need to help her. So I did that for a little bit.
Good for you. Very nice. Very
And
good
then
of you.
And then I'm like, but the other part of me is like, but now I'm gonna miss out on this beautiful place.
Okay.
So I'm left not knowing really
Why that all happened?
why that all happened and if I'm just supposed to wait it out. And if it's meant to be, it will work out. And there's a piece of me that does believe that.
Well, we know that that's the case because it's always the case. It's whether or not you believe it, and there's more. We have to dig into why this happened.
Right. So I need help processing this process.
Okay, well, first of all, okay, bye, Natalie. Oh, did you get a reason before you go?
My feeling is that it let her go that far, but in the end, it was not meant for her.
I'm getting a keep going on that. So I'm going to take that. I'll keep you posted.
Okay, thank you. Good luck, Nancy.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
so I'm getting a keep going on that. Okay, so I'm going to tune in now and get what I'm going to get, and we'll see. And then I know, Shelley, you just checked too. So go ahead and tell me if you get the same thing when I'm done. And maybe Beth's checked. I don't know. Okay, so give me a second. I'm going to check in on what's going on here.
Okay.
So the key is asking the right questions. So
Right.
number one, was she meant to, I'll just do it out loud so you can see how I would process. Was she meant to go see that property, and was she meant to place an offer on that property? Yes. So there you go. So that's a
Okay.
yes. Was there another reason besides the property itself that she was there on the property and placing an offer on the property? No. Okay. Get the same? Okay. All right. So we can obviously assume there was some fuckery involved. And yes, we use those words here. So if you're watching on the replay, is that the case? Yes. So some of that messed up the process of the offer being put in front of the owners. Is that correct? Keep going. Was this dark energy that interrupted the process? Yes. Okay. Are the people that that have now bought the property, are they the right people for the property? Yes or no? I get a very clear no. You do too, yeah. Okay. All right.
So it's listed as pending. So the only.
Okay, I'm
the
getting
only-
it's gonna fall through is what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
getting.
what I got.
The only comment.
That's what I got.
So the only comment my realtor said, and I could tell she knew that she could have managed this differently,
Mhm.
was that, well, let's see if it completes. And I'm like,
Okay, so
okay.
now I'm gonna ask the question, does there need to be more than just wait and see? Yes.
Okay.
And I don't know the legalities of this and I don't know what they do, but does she present an offer anyway, even though, or can she present an offer anyway, even though they've gotten one that's been accepted? I'm getting a keep going on this, so I don't know what the legalities of this are.
Yeah, I mean, there can be backup offers. Right? It's like there could be, just because they accepted an offer doesn't mean they can't have 2 or 3 other ones.
Okay,
that can be
so
on
I
the
am
table as
suggesting,
backup.
that you place a backup offer, that you place an offer on the property.
So I interpret that I need to check that my realtor actually submitted it and didn't
Yes,
just get told that there was an accepted offer.
correct.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask, does she need to check with someone other than her realtor to make sure that, double down on that this has actually happened? It's almost like I wanted you to make sure that these people have seen that you've put the offer in. There's something about that.
Right.
I don't know that with what happened with her and the fuckery, and that is right. I don't
Yeah.
know if she will have followed through the way she should.
Right.
Okay, so I don't know if you have to go to so the directors of the real estate agency or something to make sure that this offer is seen by these people, but something has to be done to make sure that they see this offer. That's a yes.
So do I need to work with a different realtor and not the realtor I've chosen?
Good question. She need to work with a different realtor. Okay, I'm getting no on that. You too?
I
Yeah.
just need to help her clear the way and make the.
Okay, and then so the last thing I'm going to ask, is there anything else energetically or spiritually that was blocking this process that has not already been cleared? No, and Nancy did it by clearing her.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so
I knew, I knew that was what was happening,
yes,
right? Because we talked at 10 o'clock in the morning and she didn't submit the paperwork till 10 o'clock at night. It was
yes,
an entire day went by. And
yes,
her day was chaos all day long.
yeah, yes. So the other thing I want to reflect back to you from your higher team is nice job on the steps. Okay, the old version of you would have gotten really pissed off, and a lot of people would have gotten really pissed off at the agent. Instead, you sent her light
I
and you
did.
sent her healing.
I did.
That is a big thumbs up there. Okay, in those clouds, they're very happy with you right now. Okay,
Okay.
this is what it means to be an evolved human being.
Yeah.
What you didn't do is you didn't go into anger or the disappointment, or why does this always happen to me, or why didn't she do this? You didn't do any of that.
But I'm not, I am aware that I'm still attached to the outcome.
You are. So that's going to be the last little bit of learning, because the truth is, even if this didn't appear to you, now your job as a master evolved human who manifests whatever she wants, your job is to say this or better. Show me.
Okay.
Because what if it's better?
Right.
What if it's cheaper? What if it's a better property? And so your last piece of this is to surrender to know that if it's not this, it is absolutely something better. And you have the ability to create that.
Right.
And I'm going to wrap all that up in a beautiful little bow. Can't wait to hear what happens. And get the offer in.
All right. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thanks for the backup there, sisters. Anyone else? Shelly, you want to go next since you were helping out there?
Not really.
No, you're good. Oh, you're good? Are you
Well,
good?
I don't know if I don't know that I really have anything. It might still be from yesterday because we just had
Okay.
a
All right,
big
then I have a
session.
question. Can you show me what you saw up there? I want to know what you saw or
Okay.
felt. You might
Not
not see.
much. But I guess because of everyone else's pets, well, he comes to me often, but Sharky was there for me, my little Sharky.
Oh,
He's been gone, I can't believe it, 10 years now.
oh.
He came. And one of my first spirit guides that I met is a wolf. And that's from a really, really long time ago. So to stick with the animal theme, I guess.
There were a lot of animals going on in this. I guess they're the
Yeah.
ones that help us with our vibration because it's all animals.
Well, unconditional love, right? I mean, there are teachers in that.
They certainly are.
Hmm.
I'm just seeing the dolphins now. So in my mind's
Yeah.
eye. So I'm assuming that was for you.
Yeah, I think the dolphins were for me too, although you said it before I saw them. So when that happens, because I was focused on saying hi to Sharky, when that happens, then I think I'm seeing them because you said it, as opposed to, saying, yeah, seeing them and then you say it is confirmation. So yeah, and I didn't really get much else. I had some really cool colors coming and going.
That's a lot. That's good.
Yeah. And at the end, when we were doing the grounding part, it was this vibrant blue and green, and it just reminded me of the earth. The colors reminded me of the earth.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's kind of awesome. Okay. And
Yeah.
did you feel the difference in sort of instead of clearing, more of a raising of vibration?
Yeah, it was lovely. It was very, very nice.
Good. We need to
Very
do more
nice.
of that. That's what they're telling me. Yes.
Focus on the light.
Yes. And raising
Yes.
our frequency. Okay, beautiful. Okay, Beth, what
thank you.
questions? Thank you, Shelly.
Just in general, like, sort of what next thing should I sort of be trying to do?
Okay. You've been feeling pretty good where you are?
Yeah, because I'm here, but then I also get freaked out because like I know I'm going back in a few
so
weeks.
step number one is we're not going to get freaked out anymore.
Yeah, I'm trying to step that backwards, but
yes. The learning that you just heard with everything that we just did with Nancy apply to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's this or better, right? So here, I'm going to give you a couple of specific steps to take, you guys, and we can all use this. Okay. Oh, you were yawning a lot, Shelly. Yeah, that's a lot. That's healing. Okay, so here's a couple of steps that you can start to take when you get into that old human reaction of, okay, I want this. Okay, I want this job. I want this property. I want this man. I want whatever. Okay. So I want to be, so we know, Beth, you want to be busy for that month of September, and you want the kind of jobs that you want, and you want to probably be in or around Calgary or other communities like that, right? All right. So then what the first step is, and we'll use as another example, it's a property or another job. Let's say it's your career in general, or let's say it's a man. So let's use all the examples, okay? Or a woman, if you're watching this on the replay and you're a man, or a partner, or whatever it is, okay? So first thing is to be in the zone of manifestation, which means you're not in fear. So you're vibrating up here, right? Where we kind of worked on getting to here, right? And then you're also, you need to bring yourself to a place where it's already happened. That's where you need to be, in your mind, in your heart. So Nance, that property is already mine. If it's not that one, the property for me is already mine. And it's got that ocean view, and it's exactly where I'm meant to be. And Beth, those jobs that sit wherever I'm going to be next, it's already there. Okay, so it's almost like that dream state, but that's the zone of manifestation. And so what we haven't learned that we humans do is we allow that fear and that scarcity and old trauma to bring us vibrating down below, and then we're in, oh, but what if? What if it doesn't work? What if? Okay, and then so I'll ask you, Beth, truth is, it's always working. I have enough. I've
Mhm.
had enough.
Yeah.
and
Well, I'm
I
even
will-
thinking that I have enough that I might even go to Thailand in September. So
Oh my God. Well, that's fucking awesome. That sounds amazing.
I don't know if I'm supposed to do that, but that's one of the things I'm looking
Have you
at.
checked in on that? Do you think you have? Because I'm getting a hell yeah on that. I'm getting a hell yeah on that. All right. So that's the zone of manifestation. And so let's say that what you just said, I don't know if I'm supposed to do that. That toggles you down here. Right? So that's a perfect example of toggling you down into, okay, but what if, what if I do, if not now, when? If you have the money and you have the call and you feel like that's something that you need, and I'm confirming that I'm getting a hell yeah, then you should probably go, because you have enough, you've always had enough, and you will always have enough. This is a basic scarcity wounding that we all have. Every single human has it. Even those with money have financial wounding or scarcity wounding. It's very interesting to me because I see it all, right? So I see very wealthy people, and they're in a different type of wounding around money. They're in a, I have to keep it because I'm going to lose it. And I'm thinking to myself always, like, you can't take it with you. Like those clouds, you don't need it in those clouds, right? Like, right. But we all, we have been programmed, and we have these belief systems, and we have these traumas around money, right? And it's our safety, it's our root chakra, right? So what if we didn't have those fears? What if you didn't have a fear that when you got back, you'd have like 3 months booked out and all the jobs that you want, and you would have filled your cup up in Thailand for a couple of weeks and or a week, whatever what if you didn't do that? And what if that trip changes your life?
So
Or that-
Alicia,
Mhm.
I'm
Yes.
getting, you're supposed to share a quick story about John and his trip to Tulum.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So some of you might not remember him, but obviously Nancy does. A young man in his early 30s I worked with, and over a course of a year and a half, he was in groups with us. He went from a corporate job, living in a condo that he really didn't resonate at all with anymore, to trusting the guidance he was getting as he was learning about all of this and healing himself. He sold his house or his condo, bought his parents a home, moved into, he had a dream to sort of just live downtown Toronto, got a contract, then quit it and started to teach yoga. Then got a drop, and he came on the group and he's like, I don't know if I should do this, if I should go to Tulum. And I think that's actually when he started teaching yoga, was after that trip. So
He didn't teach yoga really before he went there.
No, but he went on this trip because he got a drop that he was supposed to go on this trip, and the old version of him would have been still in this damn condo in Markham, with his job that he hated, and his soul dying inside. But all of this to say, he goes to Tulum. He has these magical experiences. He now teaches yoga and breath work, and a full circle. He's moved into the house he bought his parents because he's got a space down below, and he is now going to school to be a Chinese medicine practitioner. All of this happened within 2 years' time. And if he hadn't listened to all those little nudges, sell the condo, buy the parents the house, go live in a beautiful condo over the water overlooking Toronto for a year. That was his dream. He got to do that. He went to Tulum. He teaches yoga and breath work, and now he's completely a whole different So what if he never listened to any of those nudges and just kept going and doing the same thing over and over and over and over again? Does that make sense? Oh, my throat
Well,
choked.
and he couldn't, he was stuck trying to visualize his life on the other side of the trip. And
Couldn't figure it out.
would he be able to get contract work? Would he, right? But it's like he was so monumentally shifted on his trip that it set him on a completely different path.
Hmm.
So that's why he couldn't see it, because
It wasn't there yet.
it wasn't there yet. Yeah.
And so the other thing with the trip, Beth, is trips have a way of doing this, right? They shift our timelines because they take you out of the pocket of, regular routine you're usually in, and they make you kind of really, really go in and tune in, right? Because you're in a complete other place. So I absolutely think that this is a yes for you. I'm getting a big yes. And yes, I believe everything's going to be okay. Something going on in your throat chakra, though. It's you, so I'm going to clear it, if that's okay. Do I have your permission?
Yep. Yep.
Do you think it's because we're talking about all of this? Because it's about speaking your truth.
Maybe some of it, but like some of it in a way, maybe.
Okay, so yeah, there's some little nigglies starting to try to get at your throat chakra. Okay, so make sure you're clearing yourself
Yeah.
and make sure you're raising your vibration as often as possible.
Yeah. Well, snuggling with these little friends,
It helps, doesn't it? Yes. Okay, you're clear.
But there's two of them. Like the second one came up the second time, the girl. So there's two. There's two healers until Saturday.
Well, enjoy every minute. Okay, so I'm just sending some healing to the auric field here in your throat chakra. Okay, there you go. Funny, I was coughing during the meditation. I had to mute, and I never do that. So was that her? Yeah, Beth, it was you. Okay, so just just be aware of it, right? That that's still a weak spot for you. Okay, good. Okay.
At least I don't feel like I'm underwater anymore. On Tuesday, I felt like I was underwater, like my nose was hurting. I had a really bad headache.
Maybe
and I went to bed
that's what I'm. Yeah,
and I went to bed early, and it was much better.
Okay, good. I'm glad you listened. But yeah, that's cleared now. But there was something going on there, so good. Okay, Julianne, do you have any questions?
Hi.
Hi.
Just Ella. So you asked earlier how she's doing, and she is a lot better. But she's still, her back paws. She did like a round of antibiotics and pain meds and a bunch of things, but her she's laying there and she was just chewing her paw again. It was her back.
Just now?
Left one. Yeah. And I was just thinking, should I ask about Ella or is she good? And then she started chewing her back left paw.
And I got no when you said, okay.
Sometimes it still looks red in between. Like they shaved her back paws. And so you can see the white fur isn't over it. Sometimes it looks really pink, and it was looking a lot better, but now it's she's chewing it again, which makes me think.
Let me ask if there's another physical infection. I'm getting no.
It's the same fungal infection?
Yes. Oh, and Beth's just telling you to remind you to wash it off when she comes in.
Okay, so here's my dilemma.
She's carrying some dirt in when she comes in, and then it's stuck, and so then she licks. She's trying to lick the dirt out, even though it's minuscule. She when you got something that's not really there, she senses that it's there. So just make sure to even if it's not like a whole wash with a cloth, but just just wipe her paws off when she comes in, sort of, so she knows. She knows that they're clean because she senses that it's there.
I'm getting a yes.
So she comes home. My husband takes her in the morning and to the dog park, and she comes back and her paws are muddy. And I'm always saying, like, is this not defeating the purpose of her going to the vet and getting all this foamy stuff,
Okay, and the
antibiotics and
other
stuff to
question
fix her
is,
paws.
I'm gonna ask if you need to take a little bit of a break on the dog parks to rest.
You know what?
And
He
that's a
won't
yes.
because she loves it so much. She has friends there
She
apparently.
but she needs to heal the paw unless you can wrap it. It
So
needs,
it's supposed to stay dry. So if I take a dry cloth and get the dirt off,
Yeah,
does that?
That's what I'm meaning, like, just so she, even in general, just so like, even if it's just like outside and there's nothing there, but when she comes in, just take the dry cloth and just sort of wipe it down.
Okay,
okay,
dry
Julianne,
cloth. Thank you.
I got 3 days. She needs a 3-day break. Oh, keep going. 4
I've been
days?
saying that, but
4-day. Well, does he want it reinfected? Because it's gonna get reinfected. So he needs a couple of days. She needs a couple of days without being.
So
grass and
I'm getting that the bacteria or whatever it is at the dog park in the grass.
Oh, bingo. And if it's an
wow.
open wound,
Because there's so many dogs that go there, there's no way to manage the bacteria. There's just no way.
that's a
right?
yes. So,
Wow.
and if it's an open wound, it just keeps going in.
Yeah.
That's a yes.
Okay,
Okay. So
thank you.
ideally more than 4 days. They're telling me very clearly more. So you're gonna have to fight with your husband there and just say it's a hard no.
Okay.
It needs to heal itself before she can.
Okay, like bring her friend here or something, or visit. That's funny
Yeah.
because we just went to.
That's a yes.
We just went yesterday and visited her. That's so funny. Her
There
friend.
we go. So there you
Okay.
go. That's the
Thank
answer. Okay.
Thank you.
And you need to make sure your husband listens to you. Okay. Shelly's asking, would she wear booties? But I think she needs to just not be there.
She wore a cone for a week. Can you
Mm.
believe that? Like, so she might wear booties because I worry that the other dogs might go after her or
Yeah,
something.
no, what? Whose throat? What is going on? Is this
Oh.
okay? I gotta ask who this is. This isn't Ella the dog, is it? That I'm feeling. No, is it Julianne? Oh yes, Julianne. Speak your freaking truth. Of course it's you. I'm like, you gotta speak your truth to your
We're
husband.
not trying to kill you, Alicia.
I'm like, who is this? What is happening? Like, okay, it's an exercise for you, my love, to speak your truth. I know he wants to do what he wants to do, but it's not the best thing for the dog. So you need to speak your truth.
Okay.
That's what this is happening to teach you. Got it?
Yeah.
And you're doing this out of love for Ella, and you've heard all of us contribute here. You can we're not making things up. It kind of sounds rational, or kind of like rational too, doesn't it?
It makes sense to me.
Yeah. Okay. So my friend, this is about you too, speaking your truth and making sure he hears you. Mm-hmm. Okay, and a little cutting of cords with your husband would be a very good idea.
Okay.
Okay, I know you're doing the best that you can, but it ain't good enough right now, and you need to listen to me. Okay.
Okay. His is love based too, like he loves Ella,
Of
and
course he does.
he says, "Oh, she'll cry. Like if I don't take her to see her friends, she'll cry." But
okay, well, her friends can come for a visit
to our house. That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you are going to stand in your power, and you're going to speak your truth for Ella. Okay, good. So it's always something, isn't it?
It is. We get
Over
4
here.
kids out of a house, and now we're like the dog.
Yeah.
We're like, this is what's best for the dog. No, this is what's best for the dog. Like we empty nested 4 kids, and now we're like, no, this is what's best for the dog. This is what's best for the dog.
Well, you're compromising.
Yeah.
Ella can have friends. Good. Okay. But very much about you speaking your truth. Do you hear me on this? Okay.
I did. Yeah. Cut cords. Got it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kristen, I don't know if you need anything or would like to ask any questions. Oh, it's noisy and oh good. She says, apologize, it's noisy and chaotic situation. She's at a dog shelter. She's volunteering at a dog shelter. She says, grateful and enjoying. Good. Well, we're grateful to have you on here, and feel free to come back to one of the other 2 events. Just so you know, you guys, there's a couple of updates for you. I've shifted the next 2 evolves, so we're only going to do one next week. It's on the calendar. I think it's on the Thursday. I'm going to take the Monday off for me. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So the next one is the 29th at 12. And then we have one on the 3rd at 4. And I think I added an extra one. Or no, maybe that's it. I replaced that one with the extra one next week. So instead of 2 next week, there's 1, and then I'm adding an extra one on Tuesday the 3rd at 4 o'clock. And I also just wanted to let you remind you that we have the masterclass starting next week. So I want to give you a couple, and I'd like you to do your truth testing, your body pendulum, your pendulums, to see if this is something that you should be doing. The guides told me to do it over 2 weeks. Usually I expand my masterclasses over like 5 weeks, once a week, but we're doing them back to back. So the first one starts on the, hold on, go to my calendar, is next Tuesday. So it's the 27th at 7 o'clock p.m. So it's an evening. Then we're going that very week, we're going Thursday at 7. Then we go Tuesday at 7 again. So we've got 3 sessions back to back. And then we're going to do I'm calling it a bonus section because I'm not going to be teaching you. It's going to be more of this kind of format, but we're going to be bringing, so that one will probably go about 2 hours, where we're going to be kind of basically practicing and talking about all the things that we've talked about in the masterclass. So, so basically I'll give you a kind of a highlight reel of what we're moving through. That'll be interesting. We're going to review foundations and fundamentals. For the last couple of evolve sessions, we've gone into basics of checking the vibration of your overall vibration and checking into your 4 bodies, clearing chakras. Some of the basics are the most important things we can be doing right now. So I'm going to be covering those things. Okay. I'm also going to be covering clearing, what kinds of energies we're clearing now, because we're going through a time that there's a lot of chaos energy. There's a lot of, I'm just going to use the words, you guys. I know it shouldn't trigger you at this point, but there's a lot of satanic and demonic types of energies in the works right now. So we're gonna review some of that, and we're gonna review techniques and protocols and tools for clearing it fast from yourself, from others, from animals. I'm also going to be getting into, I'm calling it parallel timeline or timeline healing, okay? Because this is something else that we're also moving into. So technically, I've been already doing work in timeline clearing when I clear past lives. We also have other timelines. We have timelines of basically there's a root anchor point lifetime, and then there's other timelines, and our job is to bring everything back in here like this. So what happens, it's almost like artificial intelligence. If you can imagine, like a version of you goes off and has this life, and it's based on trauma. So even though you're in the highest timeline, you're in the ascension timeline, you're in your root timeline, you still need to heal a version of you that kind of veered off this way, if that makes sense. So this is something I'm going to cover next week, because there's all types of timelines that we need to heal, okay? And we're going through a whole lot of collective timeline shifting right now. So I'm going to try to explain these concepts, I'm going to explain these concepts in this masterclass, and I'm going to give you techniques in checking to see if what may be happening to you, if I can just use an example, Shelley, do you mind? Okay. So in the session I did with Shelley yesterday, she knew she had to have some type of clearing. How many months ago did you have this event?
It was 8. I believe.
So 8 months ago, Shelley had a heart event. That's all we're going to call it.
Almost
Okay.
9.
Almost 9 months ago, there was an event. So there's lots of layers of clearing, of course, when we have what I call a boulder event. Okay. So that would be a big boulder event. So some sort of major life-changing, event. So we've cleared a lot of the things around this, and we have been in all of the work at her on her own and with me and in group. She has uncovered the fact that most of it was not physical that happened to her. Okay. And so we've cleared up a lot of the energetic, a lot of the emotional, a lot of the things that were leading to that. The final sort of, I won't say final, the the icing on the cake to the issue turned out to be a parallel timeline issue. So basically what we figured was this version of her in this other timeline, which rooted off when she was 3 years old into another direction. So not this version of her, this version of her, was the one who actually had the physical breakdown enough to have the heart event. So by clearing it as a parallel timeline, and again, it's a little metaphysics here, guys, and our human brains don't have to understand everything, but from the perspective of uncovering something that still needed to be healed within that timeline and then anchoring her back here, then she's healing that version of her. Okay. So unfortunately, at this stage of the game, in this big awakening, we really got to become masters. So that's why we're doing this masterclass. Okay. So I'm going to talk about timelines. I'm going to simplify it. We're going to do a little bit of practice, but it's just another layer to the cake. So it's another tool in your arsenal that you can kind of check off. I'm also going to make sure that I leave you after those 3 sessions with as many sort of checklists, protocols, tools that you could deploy right away. Okay. So check your body pendulums to see if you need, if this would be helpful to you right now. Again, I've been told to do it in a very short period of time. It's evening. I don't love doing evening, but I'm guided very clearly. So 7 o'clock Eastern Standard next week, twice next week, and twice the week after. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions about that. The masterclass is $222. If you need to pay it in 2 installments, I'm always open to that. So you just let me know what you need. Okay. Other than that, I'll be popping up on the evolves. And if you need anything else, yes, Shelley, go ahead.
I actually, do you have a couple more minutes?
I do.
Just because I think because of yesterday and it felt so huge when I first had my turn, I wasn't ready. Anyway, my throat went weird with Beth and then it stayed weird and now it's still weird. So I just wanted to confirm that it's not mine.
It might have been all of you or you too,
been.
because while we were going through the meditation, and I'm telling you guys, I never get this. I've done probably 100 guided meditations live now, and I've never had to mute to cough. So it would not surprise me if it was you too.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they're already clearing it. Yeah, black magic.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. It's all good.
Okay.
And dark custodians and seals.
More, man.
Yeah, we got lots. It's okay. It's like bacteria. You know this by now.
Mm.
And remember, it's not like we've done anything wrong when we pick up, and remember also that these lower vibrational energies or darker entities, they're literally just devoid of light. Okay. So and they're also telling me we will be talking more about what these entities are too, just to remind you. Okay. So I'm gonna demystify some of these energies that we're dealing with next week because we have to. Okay. And so dark custodians and seals specifically, there's lots of them being removed from you now, but they were placed on you by others. They're not ones you've placed on yourself. Okay. Okay. And then just bring in the violet flame into the throat and clear it. The other thing is, Shelley, I will confirm to you, you did pick up on empathically on Beth. So that didn't help. I don't
Yeah,
get
and that was, sorry, that was,
I don't get you picked up off of what Julianne was dealing with, but specifically you picked up on what I felt it too. So
Mhm. Yes, and that's what I got when I checked, but I wanted to confirm,
yeah, you are correct. Okay.
Okay.
So it wasn't,
but not
and
only.
we'll call it a traveler. But then
Okay.
this is a weak spot here. Your throat chakra is a weak spot, right? And then the beautiful thing is when you get a traveler and you clear it, then you clear the other things like the dark custodians and seals, and now you just got an upgrade in your throat chakra.
Fantastic.
So thanks, Beth.
Yeah. Thanks, Beth. And thanks, Alicia.
God, you guys, this throat chakra
What the
today.
heck? Throat chakra's tricky, isn't it? We're all
Oh.
trained, right? From a young age to not
We really are.
speak
So it
up
seems to
and
be the theme of the day is the throat chakra.
go
Okay.
along, get along.
So overall lesson, my friend, all of you guys, just keep in mind, speak your truth, make sure you're heard. Don't, kind of cower and not use your voice because we need you now. Your voices are extremely important. Look at how important your voice will be for Ella when you tell your husband, who also means well, that she's staying in for a few days and having visitors instead of going to the park. Yeah. Okay. And use your voice, Nance, in a nice way to go get that property or better. Okay. Okay. Sending you all love. Thank you. Thank you, Kristen, for your first time
Thank
here.
you,
It was
Rockstar.
lovely to have you. Okay.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Bye, everyone.
See you next time.
Thank